Welcome home to your new place. It's got plenty of space, and I get it's not the same as what you've known, but welcome home, you'll be okay. You've been attached to material things, but that's not the joy that life brings. You've got your family and your friends, and in the end, that's all you need. You will see. So in with the new, and hugs to the old. Things aren't quite as black and white as what you've been told. 'Cause you won't forget, but you can move on. Maybe just sit down and write a song. You've got so much on your mind. Take a breath, it will be fine. Change isn't easy, but it's worth it when you're done. So come out into the sun. Welcome home to your new life. It'll greet you with a smile. There's so much more to come, and you don't even know how great it is. So welcome home.
Hello and welcome. It is Thursday. It's about to be 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Duncanson. I work here, the city of Pleasanton, in the Firehouse Arts Center. I must remind you, the Firehouse Arts Center is not open. This is the background. I have to tell people that. It's just wishful thinking, because I miss this space. I miss the smell of a theater. Welcome again, Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here, Pleasanton Live. I'm your host. Happy Black History Month. Today, the person you will learn about and Google. That was my phone. My phone just heard me. Is Martin Delany. Martin Delany. Abolitionist, journalist, physician, writer, and arguably the first proponent of black nationalism. Google him, learn more about him. It's Black History Month. By the way, it can be Black History Month every month. You can keep learning. I have this deck of cards. I have several deck of cards, Black History flashcards, from Urban Intellectuals. They are not a sponsor. I just happen to have these flashcards, and I sometimes give them out to people. If you're interested, just let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're interested. I have probably 20 decks. I have no problem sending one to you. UrbanIntellectuals.com. Again, they're not a sponsor. They just have really good Black History flashcards. So last week, we premiered First Thursdays on Pleasanton Live, and that is First Thursdays is reserved for members of the High School Music Collaborative. Last week we had Ella and Tyler, but it just so happens that we're extending First Thursdays this month to Second Thursdays. We had our first meeting of the High School Music Collaborative last night with our musicians and our podcast hosts in High School Music Collaborative. And I'm very excited to have these two musicians, our first two new musicians. First up, please welcome Alexa.
Hi.
Oh, I'm very pleased to have you. I'm very excited, and so excited that last night I was like, be on Pleasanton Live. So thank you for making the time. Just if you could just say what grade are you in this year, Alexa?
I'm a freshman at Foothill High School.
All right.
It's been an interesting start to going to a new school.
All right. Like this is like your first year in high school. That means you'll be even more resilient. You'll have stories to tell your kids.
Yeah.
That's really what this is all about. Is just making sure that you stack up those stories and go, "Oh yeah, yeah. Well, guess what? My first year of high school, friend." Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Well, I'll ask this. You probably have heard this question a couple of times. What is something that you've learned in the shelter in place in the last year or so that you think you'll have as value later on, like the lessons you've learned that you can use when we're all back to normal?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to appreciate like being in person at school. Like usually before you would think of school as kind of like a burden. You have to go all the way to school, you know. But now it's like something that I really, really miss. And seeing my teachers in person is something that I can't wait to get back to once it's safe.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it, man?
Yeah.
So I see you have a guitar there. What genres of music do you play? Different types of music do you perform?
Well, I like writing my own music, so it's kind of like a pop style music. But I also was in the rock band last year at PMS,
Oh,
so
great.
I also know some rock music.
Oh, great. This is how old school I am. I remember I knew the principal that started that group way back when, Mr. Whitney. You heard of that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He used to play for Tower of Power.
Wow.
Google it. It's pretty amazing. Cool. Well, you know what? We have two of you on tonight. You're the first that's going to perform, and then we're going to meet our special guest from Strizzi's. But now, I would love to stop the mute and hear some of the music that you'd like to share. Thank you for being here, Alexa.
Thank you. So, my first song is called Whisper, and I wrote it a couple of months ago. So, I hope you enjoy. I've waited all my life for you to notice my silhouette standing in the room. I've hoped for you to listen to my whispers, but they are just drowned out by all your screams. And I know it's hard to trust the silent ones. But we have voices too, despite your tries to make us mute. And I know that we just seem so far away. But we have voices too, I promise you it's true. But you just say, speak up, wake up, get your head out of the clouds. Open your eyes, you say, wake up, you guys. Every step we take, every breath we make. It would be nice if you could whisper sometimes. It would be nice if you could whisper. And we go la 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 la, and you go na 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 na, and we go blah 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 blah, and you go oh no. I've waited all my life for you to notice my silhouette standing in the room. I'd hope for you to listen to my whispers, but they are just drowned out by all your screams. And I know it's hard to trust the silent ones, but we have voices too, despite your tries to make us mute. And I know that we just seem so far away. But we have voices too, I promise you it's true. But you just say, speak up, wake up, get your head out of the clouds. Open your eyes, you say, wake up, you guys. Every step we take, every breath we make. It would be nice if you could whisper sometimes. Thank you. My next song is called Wild Side, and this one actually was one of the first songs that I wrote, so I hope you enjoy. Living on the wild side of the world, stuck in a world full of lies. Not sure what to do, where to go. Should I stay or should I run away? Not sure what my heart desires now. Where do all the answers even lie? Should I take a chance? Should I take a step off the beaten path? Should I take a risk? Should I make the wish that would change my life? Running far away to a long forgotten place, a place where no footsteps are revealed. Mysteries around every corner, every step, as they hide, hidden in the dark. Not sure what my heart desires now. Where do all the answers even lie? Stuck in a storm with so many questions but no answers. Will I ever make it out of here alive? Every step I take, another feeling of regret. Am I going in the right direction now? Living on the wild side of the world, stuck in a world full of lies. Thank you.
Absolutely. That is not like I'm imprinted on that song, and I love it so much. And what I love about the High School Music Collaborative and you being a part of it is not only do I get to, selfishly, I get to hear you perform more than everyone watching, besides your parents, of course. But also, I can't wait to see collaborations and get people are already inspired by the music from the last night, and to have like maybe a guitarist or a pianist or like a bassist or a drummer get inspired. As a drummer, I was like, I know exactly what I want to do on that song. Not that I'm trying to push myself onto your creativity, Alexa, but that's what you do. You inspire. And I'm jealous. I personally get jealous of songwriters. I was in a band once, and my bandmates said, you should write a song, Mark. You should write a song. And I wrote it, and then they were like, you're a good drummer. You're a good drummer, Mark. Like, you said to try, but I tried it. And thank you very much for not only trying, but succeeding and sharing with us.
Thank you.
We'll see you. We see you a little later on. Thanks. This is what I'm talking about when I say that I love my job. It's stuff like that right there. And I got to invite some of my colleagues to at the city of Pleasanton to auditions. One, I like to have more than one head in auditions. One set of eyes, more than one set of ears. So it checks me, keeps me honest. But also I got to share what I do with my colleagues who we get busy and we don't get to get in each other's worlds. So it was fun to share. Got to do that more. Make sure, like I had to reach out to my colleagues. Reach out to your colleagues, your friends, your family. I know that during this time you're still not calling the people that matter to you as much, if at all. I know it. We're all in the same head. Make sure to reach out, send them a message, tell them you're thinking about them. Okay? By the way, you know who I'm thinking about? You know what I'm thinking about? You guys probably already know I usually think a lot about food. I'm working on it, okay? Just calm down. I'm working on it. But one thing I love is, I said it last week, I don't follow sports. I follow music, theater, Forged in Fire, and food. Restaurants. If there's a restaurant show, documentary, article, I'm watching it, reading it, listening to it. I am mad about it. And when I get to meet someone in the restaurant industry, I lose my mind. I'm like a fanboy for some restauranting, okay? And I'd like you to welcome General Manager of Strizzi's. Please welcome Noelle VanDemark, everyone.
Hello.
Listen to the...
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I love the ambiance of the room. I can hear the...
Oh, it's wonderful in here.
It's live. It's live. I love it.
Right?
So before we get into it, I have to ask this question. I have to. Like, have you been binging? Now you're a general manager of a restaurant, so that's a busy job. But in your spare, yes. So in the spare time that you hardly have, have you been binge watching anything? Is there like a favorite show you're watching or podcast you're listening to?
Okay, so I have a 5-year-old, and so we are obsessed with Ryan's World right now.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, kind of silly, right? And then me personally, I would have to say the last best show I watched was Outer Banks.
Oh, I've heard good stuff about Outer Banks.
Pretty good.
Let me just write that down.
Write that down.
Myself. Outer Banks. 5 years old, isn't that just great?
Oh, the best stage ever.
It's like right before, like they're a little bit past the I've discovered no phase, like the word no. And they're like, all right,
now
I've gotten that
embedded in their brain.
right. Like now I really know how to use it. No, it's not like the 3-year-old. The 3-year-old no is like, all right, good for you. You learned a new word.
Mm-hmm. Kind of cute the first couple times, and, you know.
Then it's like, no, really, seriously.
Yeah, no.
That's great. Well, in a nutshell, and I know that your job is not a nutshell at all, what does a general manager do at a restaurant?
The general manager, I would say the best job description is you put yourself in a position wherever you're needed. So we do everything, you know,
so you're
the overall operations inside the restaurant.
So a true, what I consider a true leader is not just someone that's going, you do this, you do that, you do this. It's no, you know the ins and outs of every job, and you're able to get in there as needed, and still need to be an administrator as well, as kind of a Jane of all trades, if you will. Excellent. So Strizzi's and the Taste the Valley Restaurant Week coming up. What do you guys have going on for Restaurant Week?
We have an excellent menu. So we have partnered with Wente Winery.
Great.
So we are pairing some Wente wines with, we're doing a prefixed $40 dinner. It's going to be 3 courses. So you have a choice of 3 different salads. My personal favorite, the crispy pancetta wedge. Then your choice of 3 entrees are jalapeno raviolis. This is an entree people call, do you have your jalapeno raviolis? Right? Very special, very good. And then, of course, the 3rd course will be our homemade bread pudding, which is to die for. Made in-house from start to finish, comes with a caramel rum sauce, vanilla bean ice cream, warm bread pudding. Can't leave without trying. I know. I'm doing the same thing.
This is the bread pudding. You have bread pudding. Ooh. My family's
Right.
from New Orleans, so I know what time it is with that.
There you go.
Oh my gosh! And I should specify too. That's at is that at all of your locations, Strizzi's locations?
Correct.
Oh, fantastic! So Pleasanton location as well as Livermore location. And where's your third? Is there a third location?
Fremont. We have a Strizzi's in Fremont as well.
This is how much the stars have lined up. Check this out. I work for the city of Pleasanton.
Okay.
I live in Livermore.
Okay.
I went to high school in Fremont.
No way. So we should see you in every one of our locations.
You'll see a standee, like a cardboard standee. This week is all about me. Welcome to Strizzi's.
I have checked in to all of your locations.
Well, this is great. This is great to hear. I'm glad. And $40 for a prefix menu. That is really good.
Very good. We also have other things on there. Linguine with pancetta and clams. Chicken cacciatore.
This is
good choices.
This is really great. I'm really glad that you were able to come on and tell us what Strizzi's is doing for a restaurant week. And it's a name that is, for me, it's the background of the restaurant culture in the Tri-Valley is Strizzi's. And not to mention that at the Firehouse, whenever we had someone over, where we have an artist that performed at the Firehouse, you're our go-to. They're the ones who are like, and artists are always like, what is this place? People that come back and fly in to perform here, they're always like, I want that particular dish from Strizzi's. Like that's one of it's really cool to watch. I love being able to have local folks like you that can offer something, not just restaurants, but businesses like us. So thank you for being a part of our community.
Yeah, we thank you. We appreciate you and all of our guests. And, we've been supported in the past year, especially by all of our faithful guests. It's just amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Well, don't forget, you guys, to look in the description of this video. You can follow Strizzi's. Go on the website. Get ready. There's also information for Visit Tri-Valley, so you can get taken to that page to see other restaurants that are participating in Taste the Valley Restaurant Week. Make sure to go there, follow the restaurants, patronize these restaurants. You got to go and get that food. We got to make sure that we are continuing to support the infrastructure, support the restaurants, so when we are in person, there's something to go back to. Please, get out there. They're still making food. We're still eating it. You got to go and do it. Noelle, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Oh, you bet. And hopefully you can stick around and hear our next artist. This is
absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much again. And we'll see you at Strizzi's. Awesome. House-made bread pudding? House-made bread pudding. Let's just take a moment to think about what that means. Leah knows jalapeno ravioli. Have you had it, Leah? I haven't. That sounded good. As soon as she said that, I was like, what? Leah, you know what time it is. Oh, my homies. My homies are here. Look at my city homies. Thank you for being here, city homies. Yay. So I'm excited to continue our high school musical collaborative rock block. High school music collaborative rock block. And it may not be rock, but it's music. I would like to welcome Tanisha to our virtual stage. Tanisha, get out here, you. How's it going?
It's going good.
Excellent, good. So, a little bit about you. What grade are you in? Where do you go to school?
I'm a sophomore. I go to school at Granada High School in Livermore.
Granada High School in Livermore. See? Look what's happening. Do you see what's happening? We're tying everything up with the bow. We're connecting. I'm in Livermore as well. All right. So, what have you been watching? You've been watching anything where you're like, I'm way into it, reading, listening? What are you doing?
I recently started watching Dynasty on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it.
The like the soap opera Dynasty?
I'm not sure if I can say it's a soap opera. It's about like the rich family
in the business.
Oh, so it must be. Is this like new, like a reboot of the '80s dynasty?
No, I don't think so.
Is it the old dynasty?
Mm-mm.
I gotta look. See, I gotta write this stuff down, Tanisha. Come on now. Dynasty. Okay, okay. And is there someone that you listen to music wise where you're like, not too many people know about this person, but I like this artist? Is there anyone?
I actually listen to mostly like well-known artists. I wouldn't say there's anyone like super underground that I listen to,
So you're not a
because
you're
it's
not a
mostly
hip
pop.
you're not a hipster? No,
Not really.
I was fishing. I wanted to find out if you were a hipster. Sounds like you're not. Okay, good. No, it's not good either way, you guys. It's all good. Much love to everybody out there, okay? I was just making a joke. That's all. All right. Well, I'm happy that you're here to share your music. I'm going to stop and mute and I'm going to enjoy. Thank you for being here.
Okay, so today I'm going to be singing a cover and an original. So first up, I'm going to sing a cover of a song called Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. She's probably my favorite singer, and this is one of my favorite songs by her off her new album. So this is Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. You took the night train for a reason, so you could sit there in the sun. Busting crowds and silent sleepers. You're not sure which is worse. Cause I dropped your hand out dancing, left you out there standing, crestfallen on the land and champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it, champagne problems. You told your family for a reason, you couldn't keep it in. Your sister splashed out on the bottle, now no one's celebrating. Tom Perignon, you brought it, no crowd of friends applauded. Your hometown skeptics called it champagne problems. You had a speech, you're speechless. Love slipped beyond your reaches, and I couldn't give a reason. Champagne problems. You met us touch on the Chevy door, and you found the flesh, and you fed all cured. This storm was once in my house. Made a joke, well, it's made for me. How evergreen, our group of friends. Don't think we'll say that word again. And soon they'll have the nerve to deck the halls of wheel and swap through. One for the money, two for the show. I never was ready, so I watch you go. Sometimes you just don't know the answer. Someone's on their knees, and I see she wouldn't made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's in the head. They said you'll find the real thing instead. She'll patch up your tapestry that I shed, and hold your hand while dancing. Never leave you standing, crestfallen on the landing, with champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, her picture in your wallet. You won't remember all my champagne problems. You won't remember all my champagne problems. Alright, so that was Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. And next up,
I have an original. I wrote this probably like 3 or 4 months ago, but it's one of my favorite songs that I've written. So it's called Leaves in the Wind. Okay, so this is Leaves in the Wind by me. With the night, show me and show nothing, handy you play you felt good, and I was your light. You wanted me to fix you, but I never could learn how to. One night, met you, I knew, and when I left you, I knew. I remember long drives raining outside, put on the radio, paradise in your eyes, wasting my time, never bothered going slow. We were holding onto leaves and balloons. Oh, you loved the way that I loved you. Fell back on the one thing that you knew. You were holding. You healed every bruise. When you handed me a candle and a letter full of empty truths. And you're not used. Every word, every note brings me right back to you. When you and me, but you didn't know I'd be gone so soon. We were winning the fights, you changed your mind, so we'd be better off alone. Every answer I find is never quite right, so maybe it's time to go. We were holding onto leaves and balloons. Oh, you loved the way that I loved you. Fell back on the one thing that you knew. You were holding. Now I wake up just to wait to sleep again, chasing prizes that I can never win, just to have something as you filled me up, the same way that you hollowed me out. You filled me up, and now I'm holding onto nothing. That was Leaves in the Wind by me.
By you.
Uh-huh.
When did you write your first song, Tanisha?
I finished writing it like probably a year ago. My first song ever.
Your first song ever? Wow. What, did you have any like songs before that in the notebook, or were you like, this is a song I would like to try to write?
I think I first started writing songs when I was like, I don't know, 12. And the first song I ever wrote, I hated it, so I just like threw it away.
So you don't have it. You have no record. You don't have any record of that first song.
I don't want to keep it.
You don't. You're like, that's not for you, world. That's one of my favorite questions to ask singer songwriters is, what's the first song you ever wrote? And they're like, oh no. No. Yeah, it's kind of like mine. The one I tried to write, and I was like, eesh. No, thank you. Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing not only a cover, but an original song. There's something very special about original songs and songs that you guys write from your heart. It's fantastic to share that. I love it. We've done it again, Tanisha. Your first Pleasanton Live, and we have also featured someone like Alexa. Alexa, come back out here. Noelle, come back out. We've done it again. We've learned about a business. We have heard some beautiful music. I want to make sure to remind everyone that this song was written by a former High School Music Collaborative member, Lauryn Marie. You too can write the opening and closings of songs, Alexa and Tanisha. You too, if you wanted to. You could listen to these songs and do a cover of them. But I also want to remind you to look in the description of this video. Find out where you can get High School Music Collaborative tickets for shows that are coming up this year. To also follow Strizzi. Get on there. Get ready for Restaurant Week. Okay? Because now it's that jalapeno ravioli is stuck in my head. I need to try that. You have to try it. I really want to, and so is Leah. Leah's going to try it too. Okay? Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Wear your masks. Even if you are vaccinated, take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind. And most of all, support the arts and youth in the arts as well. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next Thursday. Happy Black History Month, and bye-bye, everybody. You guys take care.
Bye, Mark. Thank you.
You bet.
125 years, making all feel welcomed here. Oh, from the sea to the hills of California, we can see that this town